Good morning. Let us discuss today's current affairs. United Nations organization have completed 75 years. Prime Minister Modi ji have recorded his speech and also have sent to UN General Assembly. And there is a wide discussion about the success or failure of UNSC. One is about P5, permanent five countries, UNSC reforms. Even today, P5 countries are dominating. So, UNSC reforms are urgently needed. The United Nations was established in the year 1945 as a successor to the League of Nations. And UN is working for international peace and stability. The objectives of UNO are to maintain international peace and stability, to develop friendly relations among nations, to resolve international economic, social, cultural, humanitarian problems. Hope so. UN will perform in a more better way in future also. And the relevance of UN should be much more in future and is much more in these times. Next important news. You all know that there are high number of elephants in a country called African country, Botswana. But unfortunately, from last many months, elephants are facing mysterious deaths in Botswana. So nobody knows the reason why elephants are dying in hundreds in Botswana. And there was a official news today that elephants are dying in Botswana because of cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria. Remember elephants in Botswana? Kindly locate Botswana. And man animal conflict also in India. Elephants are very important for this year. Officials in Botswana are saying that hundreds of elephants are dying in the recent months. Hundreds of elephants are dying in the recent months. The government in the landlocked South African country, Botswana, it is a home for Africa's one third elephant population. Africa's one third elephant population. The latest tests, the latest tests have detected that cyanobacterial neurotoxins, cyanobacterial neurotoxins are the major reason for elephant deaths in Botswana. Very important. Next important news is logo and song, destination of Northeast 2020. Logo and song, destination of Northeast 2020. Festival was launched by Union Minister of Culture, Ministry of Culture. The 4 day long festival is aiming to promote Northeast as a tourist and investment destination. The event will take off on World Tourism Day, September 27th. September 27th is the World Tourism Day, and there was a 4 day long festival, Northeast, to promote investments and tourism in the Northeast. Just remember this. And next important news yesterday, September 21st, is World Alzheimer's Day. September 21st is the World Alzheimer's Day. The aim of this day is to raise the awareness about the neurological conditions, causes, symptoms, and its management. Neurological conditions, causes, symptoms, and its management. Alzheimer's is a neurological disorder that causes problems of memory loss, thinking skills, and behavior. Memory loss, thinking skills, and behavior. Alzheimer's is the most common cause of dementia. It's the most common cause of dementia. Nearly 50 million people are living in dementia in the world. And yesterday, again September 21st, is the International Day of Peace. It's the International Day of Peace 2020. And yesterday we have celebrated this International Day of Peace or World Peace Day. Theme of this World Peace Day or International Day of Peace is Shaping Peace Together. Shaping Peace Together. On this day, the UN body, the UN system encourages countries to observe for 24 hours of non-violence environment. So complete 24 hours of non-violence. UN General Assembly has established this day in 1981. UNGA has established this day in 1981. So World Peace Day, 24 hours of non-violence, very important. Prime Minister Modi likely is going to inaugurate world's longest highway tunnel on October 3rd. Prime Minister Modi is likely to inaugurate Atal Tunnel or on Leh Manali Highway. Leh Manali Highway, also called as Rohtang Highway, on October 3rd. The construction of Atal Tunnel connecting Manali with Leh, which is the world's longest highway tunnel, about 10,000 feet, has been completed in the span of 10 years. PM Modi likely to inaugurate world's longest highway tunnel. Is likely to inaugurate world's longest highway tunnel. Next important news is Nasha Muktu Bharat Abhiyan operates in 272 districts. Nasha Muktu Bharat Abhiyan operates in 272 districts. Nasha Muktu Bharat is drug awareness, drug abuse, anti-drug abuse awareness. Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan was launched by Minister for Social Justice and Empowerment. It comes under Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment and targeting 272 districts. Already the government started National Action Plan for Drug Demand Reduction. National Action Plan for Drug Demand Reduction. So we are planning to reduce the consequence of drug abuse by bringing awareness generation programs, and in 272 districts, selected districts, and most of these districts are in Haryana, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, and northeastern states. So this is very important. Just remember this. And next important news is MOU signed between Ministry of Ayush and Ministry of Women and Child Development to control malnutrition. As you all know, this entire month is nutrition month. Nutrition, we are celebrating that nutrition month, and we also have Poshan Abhiyan and various schemes. And an MOU was signed between Ministry of Ayush and Ministry of Women Child Development to control malnutrition as a part of Poshan Abhiyan. As a part of Poshan Abhiyan, and nutrition gardens and medicinal guardians were nutrition gardens and medicinal gardens were established in every Anganwadis in near future. They're going to be established in every Anganwadi in near future. You all know that we have a scheme called Poshan Abhiyan launched in 2018. Poshan Abhiyan. And one more important news, MOU was signed for collaboration on startup innovations between India and Israel. An MOU was signed, Memorandum of Understanding was signed between this India and Israel for startup and innovation. The MOU includes identifying a set of various challenges industry and society are facing for various innovations and other things. So let's see how, because Israel is one of the topmost country in innovations. So name any innovation, you will find a Israeli there. And most of the innovative people, Jewish people. So MOU between India and Israel on innovation startups is very, very important for India. And next important news, labor sector reforms. Labor sector reforms. Three bills introduced in Lok Sabha. The bills include social security, safety and health, occupational safety and health, and industrial relations. There are three important bills. One is social security, occupational safety and health, and industrial relations. So these are very important labor reforms, very important because bills are introduced. And next important news, Foreign Contribution Regulation Amendment Bill 2020 introduced in Lok Sabha. Foreign Contribution Regulation Amendment Bill, FCRE Amendment Bill, introduced in Lok Sabha. Actually, we have an act called Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. So now amendment is being made. The bill proposes to include public corporations owned and controlled by Government of India under the list of entities that are not eligible for foreign funding. So public corporations owned and controlled by Government of India are not eligible for foreign funding. It proposes to include public servants also under the list. And most important thing, NGOs, non-governmental organizations, which seek foreign contributions, their owners, workers, their employees, they should have Aadhaar mandatory. Aadhaar mandatory. So it also proposes to limit the foreign funds under the act from 50% to 20%. So major changes are coming to promote transparency and accountability and non-corruption in NGOs through FCRA by making the public corporations not eligible for receiving foreign contributions under foreign and for under NGOs, all the things under the guise of NGOs, other things. Next is Public servants are excluded. It proposes to include public servants under the list, and Aadhaar is mandatory. Aadhaar is mandatory. Okay, remember this. And fish cryobanks. The National Bureau of Fish Genetic Resources have reported on September 21st that fish sperm cryobank technology is undergoing field level validation. So, India is developing fish sperm cryobank technology. It is only in the experimental stage. India is developing fish sperm cryobank technology. It is under only the developmental stage. And next important news is two farmers' bills were passed in the parliament 2 days back. Two farmers' bills, and there was a big furor in the opposition parties on this. One bill is Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Bill 2020. Second bill is Farmers Agreement of Price Assurance and Farm Services Bill 2020. The bills were passed in Rajya Sabha recently, and the bills already have passed in Lok Sabha, and President is going to sign them very soon. The key provisions of these bills are intended to help to small and marginal farmers. In India, 86% of the farmers are small and marginal farmers. In India, 86% of the farmers are small and marginal farmers. The bill on agri market seeks to allow farmers to sell their product outside APMCs. So outside APMCs also now the farmers can directly sell that. Farmers can have an agreement even before the crop is sold with some big buyers. They can have big agreements also. So government is thinking that in this way government will the farmers will get a lot of money. But some of the northeastern farmer groups are say north and northeast farmer groups are saying that it is not easy for the farmer to get benefits out of this bill. In fact, this bill is a murder for democracy, all the sense. Let's wait and see how this is going to end up. Next important news. What is brucellosis? What is brucellosis? This is a bacterial disease that has been infected thousands of people in China. So, brucellosis is a bacterial disease that mainly infect cattle, swine, goats, sheep, and dogs. Cattle, swine, goats, sheep, and dogs. Humans also can get infected if they have direct contact with these infected animals. If they have direct contact with these infected animals. And next important news, women officers can join the helicopter stream of Indian Navy. They are going to join now. Women officers are going to join. Two women officers already joined. Sub Lieutenant Kumudini Tyagi and Reeti Singh. Both have joined helicopter stream of the Indian Navy. Next important news, a cargo plane crashes at Aden Ade International Airport in Somalia capital Mogadishu. Kindly locate Somalia, kindly locate bordering countries of Somalia. Kindly locate Somalia and bordering countries of Somalia. Delhi journalists arrested under Official Secrets Act. See, we have an act in India which is a colonial legacy. That act is a colonial act, Official Secrets Act 1923. Even after RTA Act, we have in India Official Secrets Act. So, Delhi journalist was arrested under Official Secrets Act. Kindly read about Official Secrets Act. And one more news, Gartak fiber scheme launched in Bihar. The Indian Prime Minister Modi have launched various schemes in Bihar recent past. One such scheme was Gartak fiber scheme in Bihar. Gartak fiber scheme in Bihar. This is important. And HIV AIDS patients in India. Recently, a report have come from Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare. As per the latest HIV reports 2019, India is estimated to have 23.49 lakh people having HIV/AIDS. 23.49 lakh. Still, we have this menace 23.49 lakh people. Next important news, INS Virat, the aircraft carrier, which is the longest service aircraft carrier in the world, to be broken at Alang Port in Gujarat. Alang Port, Gujarat. INS Virat, the aircraft carrier with the longest service, is going to be dismantled. Is going to be decommissioned. Already decommissioned. It is going to be dismantled in the Alang Port, Gujarat, and sold as a scrap. So this is the pathetic point. So these are all the important news for today. Tomorrow we'll meet with some other important current affairs. For the current affairs material, you can see Balata CSBIS Academy Telegram channel. Thank you.